Hey guys, it's Neil here with Ebador Digital, and today we're going over 5 website design mistakes that you are making and you need to stop ASAP. Before we get started with this video, go ahead and if you're on YouTube, down below this video there's going to be a subscribe button. There's also a thumbs up button and there's a comment section. If you're on Facebook, down below there is a comment section and a like button and a share button. Utilize all of these on both platforms. It helped me out a ton and it also helped your friends out as well. More importantly than those, down below in the description of this video, there's a link to the Ebador website. On that link, if you click that link, it'll take you to the official article that's talking about, it's really in depth, talking about everything I'm talking about in this video. Even more cooler than that is at the top right hand corner of the website, there is a link that says, there's a button and the button says audit, get your free website audit. Click on that button and I will personally audit your website free of charge so that you know the changes you can make to your website to help with performance, for better user experience, a faster website, and rank you higher on Google search. So the reason why I'm doing this topic is because making a website is a lot like painting a masterpiece. There's a ton of colors, font combinations, there's different shapes you can use, and there's a lot of integrations you can add to your website. The issue is, just like a masterpiece, your masterpiece can be overcrowded. Your website can be overpacked. It can be very crowded if you add too many integrations, if you use too many images, too much text of certain types, and it will literally destroy the masterpiece that you're creating. So this is the 5 website design mistakes you're making that are ruining your website masterpiece. Tip number 1 that I have is that you need to stop using the chat bubble function on your website if you can't always respond to the messages coming in. Chat bubbles are a very common feature that are requested by small business owners, and they're actually a really powerful and a really awesome tool to add to your website. It's actually been proven that these chat bubbles have helped increase conversions, and that whenever a user talks to someone with your business through a chat bubble, there's an 82% chance that that person will convert, and 13% of those people are likely to purchase services that cost more than if they talk to you through requesting on Facebook or through a messenger or through a contact form on your website. So chat bubbles can be extremely useful, but there's an issue if you can't respond to these messages all the time. And the issue is whenever people see a chat bubble and they click on it and they message you asking you questions about your service and you don't respond, it automatically tells these users that you're going to be difficult to communicate to, and also they're not going to look for other ways to contact you on your website. In their mind, that is the way to contact you. And if they wait 2-3 minutes, they're really going to get impatient and they're going to bounce out of your website and they're going to go to your competitor. So if you can always respond to these chat bubble messages, keep it on your site. If there's going to be any time, even 5 to 10% of the time you're not going to be able to respond, keep it off your website because it will hurt your business overall. Number 2, stop adding motion graphics and animations to your website. It's 2020, it's not 2010 anymore. You need to start focusing on moving your website or redesigning your website so that it's extremely user-friendly and extremely fast on mobile devices. Things like fade in, fade out animations and parallax effects, and even like spinning buttons or just weird animations around your site. Though it could look cool on a lot of desktop systems, in most cases on mobile devices it's just slowing down your load time and it's really creating a bad user experience. Motion graphics really hurt your load time, which hurts two things. It really hurts your conversion rates and it also hurts your Google ranking. There's been studies found, and down in the article in the description of this video there's actually a link that will give you all the data, but there's data that has been found on multiple sites that shows the longer someone has to wait for your website to load, the less there's a decrease in conversion rates. People are impatient and they don't want to wait for your site to load. Remove your motion graphics and animations and your site will load quicker and you'll get more conversions. The second thing is your Google search ranking. Websites that load fast actually rank higher on Google. This is because it's a better user experience. People can bounce in and out of web pages to find the content they are looking for faster. So Google favors these websites because they create such a good user experience. Number 3, stop trying to build, I'm pointing my finger because this is a big one and you'll see me talk about this a lot and I can't get over that so many people are still doing this. Stop building your website yourself using Wix. Wix is like a dreadful, it is literally, it's like building a website but pulling your business in the opposite direction than what your website should be pulling you. So like you're thinking, oh, I'm going to build a website, people are going to be able to find me online, but it's totally the opposite because Google hates Wix websites. Google will not rank your Wix website because Wix websites are slow, they're not structured correctly using H tags, and most of these Wix websites create a horrible user experience, so Google just doesn't deal with them. Okay, the big disadvantages of a Wix website. I have 4 bullet points for you. Number 1, you don't have full control over your website, your content, or your server. Your server is owned by Wix, so this means that all the content you put on that server, it's on a Wix server. It's not your server. So I look at it like this. Whenever you're renting or leasing a house, you don't want to spend a ton of money on investing in this house, adding things that's going to raise the value in the property because it's not your asset. So why would you do this with a Wix website? You don't actually own the content, so whenever you go and try to sell your business, you don't actually own the website itself. You might own the text on the website, but you don't own the server, which brings down the value of your website. Reason number 2, Wix websites are extremely slow. I've gone over the importance of having a fast website. Wix websites, because you don't own the server, you cannot configure your server for faster load time. You can't configure your JavaScript. You can't condense JavaScript and CSS files. And Wix comes with a lot of additional JavaScript and CSS files. So your website just loads slow and it's a bad user experience. Number 3, Wix offers no SEO benefits. Like I said, Google actually hates Wix websites because they're not structured correctly. Wix makes all their money off of making it easy for you to build a website yourself, and they focus on appearance more than structure. What this means is headings. You have 6 headings. You have heading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Heading 1 is your title. Heading 2 is your subtitles. Heading 3s are subtitles of your subtitles, and so forth. Whenever you structure websites like this, Google can say, oh, this page is about this, and then this section is about this, and then inside this section they're talking about this and this and this, and it makes it really easy for Google to understand what's going on your website, and makes it easy for Google to say, oh, when this person types this in the search bar, they're looking for this website. Because Wix has no structuring functionality, it just does not rank almost at all. I never see a Wix website ranking for questions I'm looking for answers for, and in many cases, Wix websites won't even rank for your business name. The fourth reason why you need to stop using Wix is because Wix is extremely expensive compared to alternatives. What I recommend to people is to use a web designer and get a WordPress website built. WordPress websites can be hosted on servers that cost as little as $5 a month. Just talk to us at Ebador about it and we'll get you set up. Website design mistake number 4 is you need to stop adding C's or walls of text on your web pages, especially your home pages, your service pages. Any page that you want people to take an action in and actually move forward with your service, stop adding walls of text because they're boring. No one reads them. People only read bullet points. They're not reading this actual text. So you need to take out the fluff, take out the negatives, and compact what you have to say into snippets that really punch people's emotions and get them to move forward with your services. Your website should look more like a shadow box than a legal document. What I mean by this, like I said, you need to compress everything, condense it into the most punchy, most powerful statements that you have. So talk about your perks, talk about why people love you, talk about why your services are the best. Don't talk so much about the negatives. Don't even mention the negatives in your website, on your website. I'll give you an example of what not to do. I was working for a costume shop, and on their website, they had a wall of text, and it gave all the information about their website, or about their company, and they offered, so it's costume rental, and they did costume rental for people that were over 18. And on their website, they had in big text, costume rentals for people 18 years and older, right on their homepage. And the issue with this is that it was turning around people under the age of 18 from coming into the shop, because the people that were coming into the shop thought there was only stuff for people 18 and over, when that wasn't true. They still had all kinds of for sale items for people of all ages. So how do you go about making a website without adding walls of text? I have a few bullet points to share with you. Number 1 would be start adding images as visual aids. So you don't need to add a lot, but maybe little icons here and there, or some images of people utilizing your services, products, or enjoying what you have to offer. Add unique headers that explain what your sections are about, using those H1, H2, H3, H4, and H5, and H6 headers to help structure your content so that users can understand exactly what you're talking about. And while you're adding headers to sections, go ahead and change colors to each section of your website. This way people can scroll through, and as they're scrolling, they can see that your sections are changing. Very easy, they don't have to read anything, it's just visual. Okay. Remove all the negatives in your text. I already talked about this. Remove the fluff in your website. Start by removing everything that's negative. Your website is not there to tell people everything about your business. It's there to sell them on your products and services and move them down your sales funnel so that they can do business with you. Don't talk about the negatives. Remove it from your site. The last tip I can give you on this is think about what your customer is looking for from your website. So put yourself in their shoes and say, what information would I really like to know about a company that offers the services you offer? And whenever you do that, you'll say, oh, I want to know this, I want to know this, I want to know this. And then you'll know that's what you need to add to your website. Number 5, this is the 5th and final step I have for you on the website mistakes you're making that you need to stop making ASAP. And this is stop adding pop-ups to websites, especially as soon as people get to the website, asking people to opt in to your newsletter so they can receive blog post updates. Nobody wants them. When was the last time you actually opted in to one of these opt-in forms? You never did. In fact, every single time you go to a website and a pop-up pops up saying subscribe, you're like, no, get out of here. You're like throwing the thing out of the way. Hannah, am I right? What?
I put my name on all those pop-ups because I want the discount.
Okay, see, that's different. That's getting into something different. So, if you don't add the pop-up right away. Hannah, what about when people go and they click on that, you go to a website, you're just browsing through Google, okay? You want an answer to something, right?
Like a subscribe to our newsletter, no. The only time I sign up, because I do a lot of online looking at clothes, and it always pops up automatically for online clothing shops, like type in put your email in to
Is it right away?
Yeah. It's put your email in to subscribe and get like so much percentage off your first order. And I'm like, ooh, I want that much off my first order. So I give them my email and then I get all of their promo emails. And now I'm flooded with emails, but I keep doing
No, don't do it right away. What I'm saying is stop adding these subscribe to the emails right away. It's annoying. Hannah apparently likes these. I hate them. Don't add them for multiple reasons. It's a horrible user experience, especially for what I'm talking about is asking people to subscribe to your newsletter. It's so annoying. You need to get creative with ways that how you want to build your email list. So Hannah came up with a point of a creative way to add people to your email list, and that would be offering them a discount. What I'm talking about is not that. What I'm talking about is stop saying, hey, subscribe to my newsletter and receive my email updates, because no one is falling for it anymore. It's creating a very slow load time because your website then has to load additional JavaScript, and it's creating a bad user experience because everyone's frustrated. We're literally just looking for an answer on Google. We typed in a question on Google search. We clicked on your article because you ranked high, and then as soon as we get there to find the information, you're hitting us with a pop-up and we're annoyed. Stop adding this and you will be a lot more successful with your SEO in the future because people will not be annoyed with your site. Thank you for watching this video. If you benefited from it, thumbs it up, subscribe, ring the... Hannah, what is it?
the bell.
Ring the... bell. Share it, comment if you have questions. We look forward to bringing you some more website tips and digital marketing tips just like this one. Bye, guys.